back because naturally when they see me, I'm sure it's the same with you guys.
Yep.
You know, launch right into what do you make of the Leafs? What do you think's going to happen here? And I wouldn't say it was everybody, but a number of them were, I think Mitch is coming back. You know, I think it makes sense. And then a round table on all this kind of stuff and always believed it was going to happen. Now, I will say, you know, there's the real world and then there's the online world. And the online world is a different reality, right? It's a completely different existence.
Explain that comment, please.
Well,
you have to
online, it's 90% got to change. Marner's got to go. Get rid of Tavares. Maybe you got to think of ripping the C off Matthews. Like, it's not
Trade
stable
Riley, do
online.
all of this stuff. You're right.
A lot of different stuff gets thrown out there online. Doesn't mean those aren't real people or real Maple Leaf fans. But it's a massive fan base, and it always has been. And there's always been people at both ends of the spectrum and then millions of people in between. And I'm curious what you guys think we will hear from Brad Treliving because it was announced today he will meet with the media on Thursday. And he's, I guess, been sitting there with Keith Pelly, you know, out for dinner with Pelly and talking with Pelly all day. I would expect to have an answer by Thursday on where the Leafs kind of stand on the Marner situation. Wouldn't you? Like,
if I was Tree, I'd have a definitive answer. Either we're going to bust our ass to try to re-sign this guy, or it's we've cut bait, he's moving
exactly.
on. He's not coming. Like,
that's what it should
one
be.
way or the
you
other,
owe
I
that
would
to
come
your
with
fans.
that.
One way or the other. Be decisive and say what you're going to say. What your plan is, because if your plan is to walk, why does it matter if you announce it Thursday?
Right.
Like, you might as well just say we are changing. We love Mitch. Mitch won't be a Maple Leaf anymore. But I'm not convinced we're going to hear that on Thursday.
I don't. Here's why I feel like we're not going to hear that on Thursday, is because we don't know what the marketplace is for Mitch Marner. And so if he goes out, it might, if it's the Steven Stamkos situation where he walks himself to July 1st and then realizes, I don't like what's out there. I really enjoyed staying here. I might take a hometown discount in the end. Again, I'm being
Now
crazy.
we're talking about hometown.
I am.
We
being
think that's
crazy.
coming now, a hometown
It's not
discount.
coming. I know, and I'm instantly regretting my comment.
Yes.
But understand, why would you commit to cutting bait with anybody this Thursday as opposed to going, we're going to see how unrestricted free agency. Like, I don't think we want, I know we want the answer. I don't think he's going to give it to us this Thursday.
I guess I should say I probably don't think he will either, because Treliving has a great way, like all these GMs, of saying a bunch of stuff without saying anything.
Right.
And my guess is he will say a bunch of stuff without saying anything. And he'll be pressed on it, and he'll say, listen, we love Mitch, and we're gathering information. But I hear what you're saying about the mark. That you're speaking to it from a Marner perspective. If the Maple Leafs are deciding finally change,
right,
then there's no reason why you can't. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing unprofessional. In my opinion, that's not, that's not throwing Marner under the bus.
Right.
Like, if you're just being honest that we are going to go in a separate direction. Mitch's deal is up on June 30th. We've loved him for 9 years. He's a great Leaf. You know, there's a whole another conversation with Marner down the road about, jersey retirements and all that kind of stuff that will come up at some point, because 9 years is a long time. And this guy, I believe, is top 5 in points. He's top 5 in assists. He's put up a ton of numbers, and that's a completely different situation. So they should absolutely respect him. They should pay him that respect.
Right.
But I'm saying from a Leaf perspective, Noodles.
Okay.
Now, again, I guess I'm answering my own question. I don't think Treliving's going to come out and slam the gavel down and say, change is, here.
Right.
And it's over. And I don't think he'll do that, because that's not in his nature, and I don't think that's in the nature of most GMs. But that's very different than we better keep our cards on the table. Like, what are you keeping your cards on the table for? Either you're going to make the massive change and rip the Band-Aid off, or you're not.
Yeah.
Which one
agree.
is it?
No, I'm not trying to be a contrarian with this. All I'm trying to do is look at it and go, why would definitively the decision have to be made this Thursday as opposed to
Obviously, it doesn't have to be. Like,
Right.
Obviously, Noodles.
That's called a Hayes timeline.
Yes, I'm
well,
just
an
saying.
overdrive timeline. Sure, we want
Well,
it.
I mean, listen, by then you're a couple weeks out of the playoffs. You're into June at that point.
Yeah.
And it's like you got less than a month. And they're not playing anymore to make a determination on what you're going to do.
Yeah, no, I guess let me put a question back to both of you. Is change one or both of them gone? And I'm talking Mitch Marner and John Tavares. So what if we're not resigning John Tavares, regardless, if he wants to play for $12?
That
Noodles,
would, I think, be a significant change.
on this. You know where I stand on
I
this.
understand.
And I continually have people, I'm not kidding, harassed.
No, you're not. Do we need security for you? We need
Guys,
security.
it's not funny. I'm being harassed by bots and burner accounts.
Uh-oh.
And
Okay.
they think I have something personal, and it's almost like do these people think that I'm stupid? Like, do they think I don't talk to any other people around the league? Where I get comments like, if they bring those guys back as a unit and think they're going to win and anything's going to change, they're absolute. Like, I don't need to get into who I know and who I talk to, but I almost look at it as like an analyst perspective where I dread if they run it back, if they actually had the balls to run it back, and me sitting on that desk and sitting with you guys saying, yeah, they just couldn't find a way to get it done and score a big goal and look different and be different and get different results. That to me would be absolutely bananas if I had to do that.
Well,
Like it
I hear
would
you,
be
but
bananas. It's almost like I know what's going to happen, but if you want to go ahead and do it and dump a bunch of money into it and then have us all at the end of the season put our hands up and say, wow, they just couldn't find a way to get it done, then we have a job to do. Well, I'll go ahead and do it, but I know what's coming.
It's not 0% that's going to happen. I don't think it's 0%.
So you don't think it's okay? Quick around the table.
You are running those burner accounts.
No, I'm not.
Quick around the table.
I harass you in your face.
You guys do, exactly.
I
It's
let you know
face-to-face
who's
harassment. Is it so, Hayes? You're obviously it's not 0% that the core four is coming back.
No, I would say the reverse of that, that it's 100%, that it's
Not
being
100%.
broken up. Like
Yeah.
if the mini Jerry's is,
Yeah.
that it's being broken up. Like someone's going, I'm trying to figure out how I would calculate that, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. I've learned too much from this franchise, from the way that they operate, and from the players. There's also like the Tavares element is a very different conversation. John has been very forthright. He's on the record, wants to stay. He's hoping to work it out.
Right.
All of our insiders continue to suggest that may happen in the next week or two.
Let me just stop. And I don't hate John.
I know
Tavares
that. I'm
either.
just your opinion is different from what could happen, though.
I
That's
know.
the point.
But as far as Tavares, do people understand how not normal that is for a guy to lose year after year? And he's like, I'm staying. I gotta come back. Like a big percentage of players would be like, I gotta try this somewhere else, man. I'm 35 years old. I gotta try it somewhere else. Do they not know how abnormal this is for someone to say, it's just gotta be here?
And in a weird
That's
way,
bizarro world, man.
that would scare me a little bit from
Yes.
the Leafs. That it's like, are you staying because you really believe you can win, you want to win, or are you staying because it's your home, it's comfortable, everyone's here? I don't know. I mean, that is something I think that is worthy of being asked.